Hello, my name is Adam Khan, and this is my half-ass channel. So I thought it would be fun. Those of you who don't know me, I used to trade on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, um, and I thought it would be fun because one of the things I did when I was down there is I used to teach the class that did the hand signals. It's totally outdated. People don't even trade on the floor anymore. But every now and then there's a clip on CNBC where they'll show the pit. And to be perfectly honest, half the time they show the pit. Let me take these out. Half the time they show the pit that I used to trade and they show the yen. And I see some of the guys I used to trade with. And particularly there's a close up of Bryce, who was the Morgan Stanley trader, the bank trader. And I kind of have Bryce to thank for my success over the years, because when people used to ask what you do on the floor, I'm like, I copy Morgan Stanley. They had a bank trader in New York who would trade the dollar against the yen. We were the yen against the dollar. And it's like, if they say 2 bid, I'm like 3 bid. That's pretty much what you had to do. You didn't have to be any genius. Now, you had to get a feel for the market. I don't want to overstate it. You would tend to do that in a market that was going up and offer it on a market that was going down. But that was the advantage to the floor. Whereas on a computer, when it's just numbers, you don't know who's who. When you're on the floor and you can see the bank traders and you can see the customer orders coming in, you're able to adjust how you trade because you generally want to be on the side that the bank does. Anyway, I thought this would be fun. I don't know if you guys will think it's stupid or not, but I like to teach, and I used to teach the class, and I used to joke about, not joke. I had an issue with one of the guys who helped me through my career, and he got a little bit jealous when I switched companies for better opportunity. And I don't mean to work there, but the commissions were lower and the service was better than the company he was running. And he kind of insulted me, kind of saying that you owe me because you've known me so long. And I commented, and I meant this, like the kids and the people who I used to teach the class to, there was no greater joy to me than seeing them do well. And I would never expect anything from them for that. If they grew into great traders, that was the coolest thing, to see some guy that didn't know anything that you taught just the simple hand signals and talked to about, to see them like start trading and then eventually become a big trader. Anyway, so hands towards you is buying, hands away selling. Out here is where prices are, and if you're touching your face, that's quantity. So 1, 2, 3. Very important that 3 is like this, because when you try to do that, if your hands are turned a little, look at what starts to happen. You can't get that third finger straight, but if you do these, no matter where you're going to be, well, look, you can pull your pinky back too, but it tends to be much more clear. 4, 5. So anytime you see the thumb, people are going to assume it's 5. 6 gets turned to the side. 7, 8, 9. 10, if it's a price, you'd pull down to show a 0. Quantities, chins are single digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you see how my hand turned? It's still 5. That's why I say when the thumb comes out, it's 5. Tens are up here, and if it's 100, it's a fist. So if you're buying 123, it'd be 123 at the market, as if you do your hand like that. Out for selling. Like this would be thousands, which you rarely saw. To equate currency futures, and I try to think of like a one lot is kind of like 100 shares of a stock. Um, Selling 227, 227, and generally you would just show the last digit, like at 2 or something like that. Then you had calls, or you did it like that. Puts are like that. If it's an option spread, you would do something like that. And there's all sorts of other ones. It was super fun. And then we would practice and play and do all sorts of things. So I thought that would be fun to show. Maybe you guys like it. Feel free to comment, whatever else. Subscribe, like. Old school. When you see those guys on the floors just going like this, it actually means something. And if you know how it is, you can see what they're doing, and you can look in the pit and know where the prices of whatever it is you're watching is trading. It was really a neat experience. So it's cool that we went to computers. Computers are cool too, but it's such a shame that changed too, because it was such a great environment. So have a great day. Have a good weekend. Today's Friday, so whatever you're doing, go out and have fun. Bye bye.